and welcome to Soul Yoga Journey. For the next 5 weeks, we're going to be doing a series called Yoga for Love Sequences. It is a set of sequences we'll be doing every week, yoga that targets the heart area, the heart muscle, the heart chakra area, that area that when it's healthy, energetically healthy, we know what love feels like. We know what genuine, pure love feels like. And we know how to give that love from a healthy perspective as well as receive healthy love. So if you will, join us for the next 5 weeks. Bring your mats, bring your blankets. If you need that support, bring your strap, bring your pillow, bring your block. Any support you think you will need on this journey, because again, it is your personal journey that you're traveling, and you want that journey to be comfortable as you gain the benefits. So join us for the next 5 weeks, Yoga for Love sequence. We'll see you on the mat. So what is Yoga for Love sequences? Yoga for Love sequences is where we use the breath, the mind, the meditation piece, the mental piece, along with the postures to show the heart some extra love, to supply the heart with an extra supply of oxygen, a fresh supply, along with what it's already getting, right? Naturally, that we naturally get. So with that being said, supplying the heart with extra oxygen, we're showing love to the heart, and in turn, we're showing love to ourselves. So Yoga for Love sequences, both the heart and us benefit. So we can move on to the meditation piece of Yoga for Love sequences. And the meditation piece, you can actually be sitting, you can stand, or you can actually, let's see, sit on your mat, sit on your block, you can sit on your blanket, or sit on a bed, a chair, it doesn't matter, or stand up straight, just as I am. The thing here, no matter what you decide to do it, sitting or standing, I want you to ensure that your back is straight, but it's not rigid. Yes? So we're going to start with the meditation. I want you to place your hands at the lower part of your rib cage here. And for women, that's probably going to be right at the edge of your bra strap. Place your hands there. And feel naturally how that rib cage expands. Every time you inhale, it expands. Every time you exhale, it kind of goes in, it deflates, it moves itself back in. Yes? This happens naturally, without any thought. This is our gift from God. It happens, and we don't have to think about it. However, what if we manipulated that a little bit to give it some added benefits? Manipulate it as in we pull more oxygen down to that lungs. We have more oxygen there now for the heart. And then in turn, we deflate that lung on purpose, pushing out all of that extra, unneeded, stale air that's been used. And guess what? We just made more space for that good air to come in. We just supply the heart now with more fresh, nutrient-rich oxygen. In turn, we feel better. Mentally and physically, we feel better, we feel stronger, we feel more energetic. So let's move on to the meditation piece of it. Placing the hands here. Let that breath happen naturally. Feel how it expands. Get ready for the excitement. The meditation to get more air in and more air out. What I want you to do here is use your mind's eye. Using the mind's eye, feel the breath as it comes through the nostril. Take that breath and draw it all the way down, straight line into your lungs, until your lungs are nice and filled. And then I want you to take that air now, and I want you to bring it back up from where it came, up through that same line, deflating the lungs, deflating the lungs, deflating the lungs, deflating the lungs, and the air goes out. Breathe normally. You just pushed out stale air that you no longer need, that's been holding down in there in the lower part of your lungs. You just push that out. Made more room now for fresh air. This is you loving on your heart. This is you giving that heart muscle more love, more oxygen, the best gift that we can give it. And the best gift that we can give ourselves. So again, Let's try that again. Hands on the rib cage. And be mindful as you breathe down with that breath. You notice that rib cage probably gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's your lungs getting full. And as you deflate, they start to go back in. That's the lungs deflating, letting that balloon deflate from the bottom up. So inhale, use the mind's eye. Inhale, oxygen down into the lungs, down into the lungs. You're ready to deflate. Deflate, pressing that air out from the bottom up, pressing it out, and it comes back out of the nostril. Inhale, back down, nice and deep. Exhale, pushing it back out, deflating the lungs and letting it come out. Breathe normally. Feel the benefits here. Feel those benefits. Your body probably feels open. Your breath feels freer. Feel the benefits. Let the heart just saturate with that extra oxygen. Let the heart just saturate. Feel the divine love. Feel God's love in that heart. We are all divine love. Feel that love. Now let's put the movement, the postures with this meditation. Put the postures with this breath. So it becomes, yoga becomes a moving meditation, yes? Yoga has a purpose. The poses are beautiful, but yoga has a purpose. So now let's put the moving meditation with that, the moving asanas, the postures with the meditation. And when I say moving, that means, like, for instance, as we raise up our arm, we're going to be drawing that breath in with our mind, bringing it down to our lungs. It all happens simultaneously. And as we're exhaling, simultaneously, we're pushing that air out, using the mind to push it out, and the arm comes down at the same time. Our meditation is now moving. All right? So drawing the oxygen in, bringing it down, arm goes up, bring it down, here you go, you're ready to make a U-turn, bring the arm down, the lungs deflate, 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 deflate from the bottom up as that arm comes down. Breathe. Let's go with the opposite hand, same thing here, arm goes up, bring the mind's eye, bring that oxygen down to the lung. Yes, yes, yes. You ready to bring that oxygen back up? Use the mind to draw it back up. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up as the arm comes down. And it just crossed over. And here you go. So look at where your arms are positioned, right? It's sitting on top. My thought is we're pushing out more oxygen here as we came down. Triple benefit with the posture, yes? Triple benefit when we add the movement in there. We already have the meditation, focusing the mind. We have the breath. Now we're putting movement with it. So mind, breath, and body. That's your yoga. That's your purpose. Let's utilize it. So once again, let's try that again. Ready? Inhale, draw that oxygen down to the lungs. Exhale, pushing the oxygen out as the arms come down. There you go. Inhale, draw the oxygen down to the lungs. Yes. Exhale, deflate, 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 deflate. Arm comes down, and here we go. And we're back into this position, pushing out more oxygen out of the lungs. We just loved on our heart. We just did yoga for love. So we're going to move on to more sequences into our yoga for love sequence. But what I want you to remember throughout every posture that we do, you use your mind's eye to draw that oxygen down. Give your body more of what it needs. And then use your mind to push that oxygen out. We're taking out what we no longer need. And we do that in every posture that we do. I'll take you there. I'll walk you there. Hang in there. Let's get going. Let's all come to standing. Make sure you have your props with you if you need them. We have a blanket. We have block. And we have a strap if we need them. So keep your props nearby in case you do need them. So today with this sequence, we're going to work on strengthening the legs. Strengthening the legs and strengthening the arms is going to be our focus as far as strengthening, but we're still going to use that, our mind, to pull the oxygen down into the lungs, make a U-turn, and then exit back out, up and out of the lungs, right? So now as part of the moving meditation, we're going to be moving into asanas and out of asanas, into postures and out of postures. So let's get started. We're going to start with our legs today in this sequence and our hands. So let's stand about hip distance apart. We're going to come into what's called mountain pose. And for this, I want you to feel, yoga is about feeling. I want you to feel the kneecaps lifting. I want you to feel the glutes tightening. Yes? I want you to feel the rib cage lifting. The hands are open. We're into mountain pose. The whole body is active. From here, now we go into breathing down into the lungs and exiting. Breathe down into your lungs. Down, down, down. Use your mind. Don't forget. Make the U-turn, come back up. Very active pose, mountain pose. Arms up, breathe in. Lifting the chest while you're breathing in. Make that U-turn and breathe out. Hands go down. Breathe in as the arms come out. When you're ready to breathe out, bring those hands together. Hands down. Breathe in, hands up. Breathe out. Let's start to fold over while we exit the breath out of the lungs. Use your mind to exit that breath. Bend your knees if you need to. Bend your knees. So we're over in a forward fold. Go back to engage your glutes. Be mindful of your glutes. Engage them. And I want you to look up, just partial. So here we're stretching the lungs. We're stretching the lungs, right? We're lifting up the rib cage. Bring the elbows or the shoulders up toward the knees as you drop the head. Back to our breathing. Look up just a little. Raise the chin. Now, breathe down into the lung. Draw that oxygen down there. Make a loop. Bring it back out as the head goes down. We're going to come to standing. Place one hand on your shin, the other on your shin. Look up. Breathe down into the lung. Make it come back up and round the back as you come up. We're back into mountain pose. So now you get a feel for how you breathe and move at the same time. That's that meditation of yoga, moving meditation that we talked about, right? So the lungs is getting extra oxygen. The heart is. We're loving on the heart. And at the same time, our body is getting a stretch. So let's do the same thing again. We're going to move the arms up, down into the lungs. Breathe, 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 breathe. Bend the knees. Bend the knees. As you exhale out of the lungs, dump them over. The head is down. Breathe here as you normally would. We're going to play around a little bit. We're going to do some extra playing with the mind. So we have our glutes right now. I want you to visualize those glutes are like this. Instead of being pulled in tight toward the center, they're being stretched out. So while they're being stretched out, we're going to go down a little bit more. So we're here. Put your hands on the floor. Make stability. Breathe into the lungs as you push, push, push the butt up. Breathe out as you fold over. Breathe in and roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Woo! Breathe out. So the benefits, I hope you're feeling them. The breathing, getting that lung capacity, making it deeper, you're getting more oxygen in, but you're also still exhaling, because remember, exhaling is just as important as inhaling. We have to clear the lungs of stale air so that we could get have more room for the fresh air coming in. So ready, let's go. We're gonna make our way to our hands too. It's gonna be pretty cool. So let's open those feet out a little bit more. About 3 feet apart, 4 feet apart. Let's say about 3. Okay. All right, so here we go. Let's breathe down into the lungs. Engage the glutes, engage the glutes, engage the glutes. So as you're breathing into the lungs, you feel the rib cage lifting. Your body's going back just a little. Now I want you to engage those glutes, and upon your exhale, start to bring the body straight. Breathe. Lift the kneecaps, feel the lifting. Feel with your mind, feel those glutes engage, and the body's going back just a little, and you're pulling oxygen down into your lungs, and then you're breathing. Ready to come back. Pull the oxygen down, make your loop, bring it back up. Come to standing and release the glutes. Feet together. Inhale, arms up. Breathe down into the lungs as you squat, as you squat, as you squat. When you start to fall over, I want you to release out, up. Oh, bring your tube from the bottom of the lungs. Deflate those lungs and let them come out. Your head is facing the floor. Place one hand on the floor, place the other out in front of you. We're making our way down to our hands and our knees. And this is what's called our flat back here. The knees are underneath the hip points. I want the hands extended out just a little, the arms extended out just a little. So your wrists aren't quite over the shoulders, not yet. Rock back and forth. On your next forward rock, breathe into your lungs. Breathe into your lungs, yes? Now, breathe into your lungs. You're ready to exhale. Make that loop and tuck that tailbone round the back. And I want you to press back into child's pose. Breathe. Oh, this is good. Breathe into the lungs. Press yourself up. Press yourself up. Press yourself up. Now, put your mind on the glutes. Put it on the glutes and stretch them out as your hips come down. We're into cobra pose. Press back, same thing. Let's press ourselves back. Breathe into your lung. Round your back as you exhale and your head go down. Child's pose. Walk your thumbs together and press yourself back. Nice child's pose. So see, if you look at where we are right here, we have a stretch going on in the side body. So we're really raising that rib cage up. So let's go ahead and breathe into it. Raise your head up. Breathe into that rib cage. Chin goes down, forehead goes down, and exhale, exhale, exhale. Draw it, push it out. Woo. Again, inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Walk the hands back to the knees. Walk the hands back. Walk the hands back. And tuck your tailbone down. There we go. Knees come together. So here is where you grab your blanket. If you need that blanket for extra support, you want to put it underneath your knees. Right? Some days the knees are more sensitive than others. So a good time to have that support. And I'm going to get the block too to show you that as well. Okay. So we're here. We're standing on our knees. Inhale. Raising the arms. We got that mind. We have our mind on the oxygen, right? On the lungs. Now as we sit down, we're starting to press that oxygen out. Start to press it out. Start to press it out. And we're folding over. And I'm getting my block and I'm putting it underneath my forehead this time. Breathe. And breathe. Ready for the next movement. One arm opens out stretches out from the shoulder. The next arm stretches out. So we're kind of like in a T shape. Walking those fingers in just a little so the body comes up. Breathing down into the lungs. Making the U shape. Curling your back. Rolling over and you go back down. The forehead's a little bit closer to the knees this time. But I really want you to spend time here and just breathe normally. Be mindful. Be mindful to breathe down into the lungs and breathe out. You're free to stretch your arms out as well. Get more stretch into the back. Place the elbows down. Start to rise up. And we are complete with this session. We're complete. So hey, that was part of strengthening our legs and strengthening our arms. But we loved on our heart. We gave our heart lots of extra oxygen, and we also helped the lungs remove the stale oxygen. So, join us for the next sequence. Next week, we'll have a new sequence added on. We'll probably be, I'm thinking I'm gonna use the, concentrate on the front body. Laying on the floor, but concentrating on the front body. So I'll probably do that, or I might work on the hips. We'll probably work on the hips next week. So join us next week. You're welcome to watch this video over and over again. You're welcome to share this video. And I recommend you watch it over again, because what I want you to do is to continually practice these things. This breathing, using your mind's eye, that's your meditation. And moving into the asanas, that's the body. So the more we do that, the more our body starts to respond. Yes? So I do recommend you watch it over again before the next sequence comes up next week. And please share it with your friends. And subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to the channel so that we can continue to do this together. Thank you for joining us on your mat. And I will see you next time.